Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good morning to all of you. Boleh dengar saya ke?
Boleh, Doktor.
Alright. Okay. Today's class kita online. Alright. For today's class, just need to mention to you that saya will give you kind like solid lecture and through slides because this is conducted online. So we couldn't help it. So I have to show the slides only. For about this your design process. Alright, since I don't think so that I have the full participation here. Okay, anyhow, I just proceed. Alright. Okay, in this course, Introduction to Design, about your major project especially, you've been given the title of the project traffic cone dropper and also retriever. And I did ask you the first move to do problem definition. The first task that you do, and you make a clear problem statement about the project, and you have already done the design brief. And then from the design brief, you have a clear statement, and I already approve it. And you make copies to your team member. And then the task asks you to do to elaborate more from that problem statement in your design brief. Then you will do, you already conducted this in class, and you do a mind map, and you kind of like elaborate, define it more, because we are in the problem definition stage. Okay, I share you the PowerPoint. Okay, can you see the PowerPoint slide?
Can.
Alright, so this is the design process. Okay, recognition of need, no need, because title is already given, and problem definition, from the design brief, then you elaborate more, and you use mind map. After you do mind map, because remember I asked you to do mind map, is very detailed with a lot of branches. You and your team member, you discuss, you wrote it down on the whiteboard, and then from there you can see a lot of directions where to go. You can see the boundary, you can see the issue, the stories, anything relevant to your project, the way how you break it down into mind mapping. Okay, that's one method for you to elaborate. This is under problem definition. You define the problem more detailed, right? Then some of you might use another method, is bubble diagram, or mind map is kind of like similar. And after that, remember I did ask you to do an objective 3. I hope you and your group have already done. Either you discuss with online, you should have done objective 3. I did explain in class how you have objective 3 from parent to children, and you must have this objective 3. This objective 3 will help you to become more accurate, more detailed in defining your objective. This is still under problem definition stage in your design process. The objective, the idea of objective 3 is that you break down your main objective into more detail. This is through discussion. You break down into children. So you can, when you have this set of objective 3, you have a clear the objective of your project, what you want to achieve for your project. But remember, so this objective 3 is very important. So you must have prepared it, a detailed one, kind of like hierarchy, detailed structure of your objective 3. The point is that we have a objective and sub-objective, we put it into hierarchy. So when we have this chart of objective 3, we have a clear vision what we want to achieve for our project. Okay, for example, the one example shown here, you have a first level objective, then you have second level, maybe third level, and so on. So this you must have prepared it. All right. Client, this one I already asked you to do it, right? Because we are online, I cannot check your objective 3. I believe all the group have prepared this. Okay, class? Faham, eh? Class, are you there?
Faham.
All right, then, okay, after you have done mind mapping and you break down, you have developed your objective 3, you have a clear vision what you're going to do for your project. So the next move is that, okay, after that, okay, problem definition. Okay, actually from problem definition, after you done this, from this mind map objective 3, the point is then only you can search information. We can search information because from the mind map and objective 3, we can see a lot of direction where we want to go for searching information. Because normally when you be given a project, your lecturer always asks you to do background research. This is background research, but you don't know what is actually background research. Most of you background research, you search information, you type either YouTube or Google, or maybe some of you using social media like Twitter, Facebook to get information, or you Google on the Google search to get information about your project. Okay, before we go for that kind of information, you must already prepare the mind map, because you can see what type of information for you to search, rather than you just randomly search information on Google or any information sources. But the way, if you not prepared your mind map and objective 3, you don't have direction. So you just randomly search information. It means the way you search information is not well structured. It's not well prepared. So to do a good information search, you must prepare your mind mapping, you already done, and do objective 3. You have a clear vision what you want to achieve in your set of your objective 3. Then only you can do information search, because I believe you guys, you are a group of 5 and also group of 6, some of you. So you do information search after you have done mind mapping and objective 3. Clear class. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Because from mind map and objective 3, you have a clear vision. Rather than you start at the beginning, you just search information. From there, it gives you direction what type of information for you to search. Understand, class? Class, are you there?
Yes, understand.
Right. Okay, sorry class. Today class, I just make it 2 hours, tapi kind of like full lecture because we are handling it online. I cannot help it. Right. Okay. About information search. Okay. Actually, information search. Then you will do information gathering and compilation. Then after you search information, it means you are a group of 5. 5 of you will search information. Separate channel. What I mean, do not search the same information. One of you search information maybe from pattern. Some of you maybe search from standard. Some of you maybe search information about from another sources. So I mean, you are a group of 5. Each one of you will search information kind like different channel, not the same type of information. So it means when you search information, so your A, B, C, D, and E, 5 of you, A will search information about A, B will search information about B, C will search information about C, D student will search information about D, and E will search information about E. So each one of you kind like have different type information search. It means then when you gather back together, when you sit down together, either you conducting online next week, then you basically conduct by Google Meet or Webex, then you sit down together, then you will discuss, you compile all the information. So when you compile the information, the idea is that each one of you will have the same amount of information. When you sit down together, you compile information, you share the information with among your team members. So each one of you will have same information or knowledge about A, B, C, D, and E. Even student B also have knowledge about A, B, C, D, and E. C also have the same knowledge. So that's a point. So we compile information, and the idea is that for us to produce the product design specification. I will explain it today also. All right. Okay, about the information search, class. Okay. You boleh see my PowerPoint, class, no problem. PowerPoint you can see.
Boleh.
Right. Okay, this PowerPoint, your information search. Okay, this slide only meant to show you what type of source of information available there. What source of information? Okay, for example, that is a part of you searching information. This is you want to search information, and normally our main resources when you search information about, but you must be aware that I already did mention. If you search information start from ground zero, it's kind of like it's a bad move, because you must have already prepared mind map already done, and also the objective tree. Then you have a clear vision with what type of information you want to search, right? Okay, the first source of information normally nowadays is Google. When you type Google and you just type the keyword, and it will point you a lot of links, either from lot of links in the Google, because Google based on keyword popularity, based on keyword, what keyword you type, and so it will give you all the links based on keyword. The order of the links show in the Google. So the first one, number two, and so on is based on keyword keyword popularity. That's how the Google they manage their engine. So the link can be articles, the link can be pointing to the social media, the link can be pointing to a company, and the link can be pointing to the YouTube link, and so on. Okay, and so on. So it will be random. For example, like if I show you, hold on, yeah. Hold on sekejap. All right, if I share to you this one, hold on, if I share, class, can you see my browser? Boleh nampak class?
Boleh.
Okay, the first one normally based on what you punya first move, you Google search traffic cone, okay? Traffic cone, for example, traffic cone, dropper, and retriever. This is how we search in Google, so it will point you a lot of things. It will give the list or what, the way Google, okay, the result is 595,000. So the list, the order of Google, the number one, number two, and so on, is based on keyword popularity, because search engine optimization, it means the link owner of this one, the way based on popularity. Search engine optimization, they make a lot of posts about the topic that, for example, we are typing traffic cone, dropper, and retriever. So the list in order is based on popularity. So to be more exact, for if I say traffic cone alone, it will give you 94 million results plus the image and so on. We have seen a lot of from Shopee, Amazon, and so on. It will mix more. This is because Google search engine, they based on popularity of the keyword of the link, based on the popularity. So it will link in order. Traffic cone itself, you can go for traffic cone size. If you go for traffic cone dropper, it will go to any type of machine. For example, this one you can from here. If you look here, then we can see the existing product. You can see my browser, class. Boleh nampak, class? I just keep asking because normally when I conducted the class online, before I've been talking about half an hour, but suddenly I realized that nobody could hear me, technical error, so wasting my time. Okay, I keep asking you guys just to make sure everything's good. For example, I type here what traffic cone dropper, the first link. It gives you a site, it gives you an article, or maybe from a company or supplier industry explain about traffic cone dropper. From here, we can see existing product in the market, but it will give us idea how we going to design for your project. This is existing product, because the idea of you doing this project, you are not actually imitate really exactly what there in industry, because this is your project. Your project should be, your design have to be much better in term of simpler, or in term of low cost, or in term of sometimes maybe even much better performance. That we call innovation, but you cannot do exactly what is there in the market, because in design we go for something new, something innovation, something better than existing. Or better doesn't mean it must sophisticated. Better means that it could be simpler, your method. You look at this existing product to you as a benchmark, or as a study, as a base. Understand, class? Study dia tengok apa cerita existing in the market, and maybe some mechanism tu that give you some idea for your project. Alright, so this is we search by traffic. This is just traffic cone dropper. If I say traffic cone, another one apa? Retriever kan? Class, are you listening? Retriever. Traffic cone retriever. It will give you another, maybe another, dia from, nampak tak di link YouTube? Ni biasalah ada iklan dulu. This one, retriever. Guy, are you watching? Can you watch my? Are you watching this YouTube on my Webex? Ni retriever saja, kan? Retriever. It gives you some idea of this thing, right? So this thing lah. Kalau you type, okay. Kalau kita want to be more accurate, how do we type it in Google YouTube class? How do we type it? More accurate kita buat apa? Bukan like this. Macam mana accurate? How do we type it? Okay, traffic cone retriever 651,000 result. Traffic cone dropper tadi, we have a result dropper. We have 575,000 result. Kalau to be more accurate macam mana? Your project title apa? You have use double quotation, right? Okay, traffic, because in Google, bila you type traffic cone dropper and retriever, actually the way the Google engine, they will not search a quotation traffic cone dropper and retriever. It will search for traffic cone dropper and retriever. It kind of like mix, understand? It kind of like it not pointing you to exactly accurate what the keywords that you type, what the sentence, what the statement that you type here. But if you put double quotation here, double ni, like that, kalau you type search, then only, nampak, the result is only 3. Tapi accurate. Understand that, class? Nampak tak, class? Tetapi because the result is, are you listening or not?
Yes, yes.
Nampak tak? You always tak search Google, you type apa nama ni, 2 koma before and after. Itu more accurate. Then only the putting only 3 saja result in the whole world, only 3. But this is accurate. Traffic cone dropper and retriever. It means it will show you machine about. Can you see the first link? Can you see the first link? Nampak tak sini? Apa tu? Apa dia tulis ya? Apa tu? The first link tu apa tu yang
pattern.
Ya, Google. You know what is pattern? What is pattern? Tahu pattern? Google pattern. Google, guys, okay, you look my, if I open Google, if I go for Google, what you do Google here, nampak tak? This is Google, right? Google ni is Google engine. This is a base Google. Kalau you want Google image right, kan? Itu kan we have Google image, right? We have Google image. This is Google image. Ataupun Google base Google, you type and I type traffic cone. If I type traffic cone, we have image here. Image, this is Google image. We have, okay. But actually Google, we have Google pattern. So what is Google pattern? Google pattern, is any invention. It start from since World War I, 19,100 years. Years 1900. From there, it's already started. They have million and million, maybe reaching 2 billion. I'm not sure. Pattern. Any inventors, they do something, invention of a mechanism, a product, or maybe a formula, or be a management, or maybe some kind like any kind of invention, not just product, anything about invention, chemistry, physics, maybe about management, the what they call it, some principle or procedure, they put it on Google pattern. So this is Google pattern. When you type Google pattern, so this is Google pattern. You can see under below Google is Google pattern. Google pattern, you type traffic cone. When you type traffic cone dropper, it will point you not like this, not base Google. This only you put link all the Google pattern in the Google pattern. Only invention called traffic cone dropper and retriever. It will pointing you all the link is all Google pattern. Any invention, nampak? Traffic cone dropper, you see? Nampak tak kelas? Can you see here? The second one, traffic cone dropper and retriever. Are you listening, guys? Boleh? Kelas? Okay, semua
Boleh.
traffic cone, can you see traffic cone dropper and retriever? But be careful, this is year 2006. Okay, no problem. 2006 not too old. But do not search pattern yang the year 1960s, 1952, yang old technology lah. Google, if I click Google Reaper, okay, if I click at this, can you see that the tab, the new tab that I open here, traffic cone dropper and retriever? Nampak kelas? From here, from this Google pattern, I open new tab like this, then it will go to the, can you see my new tab class is asking, boleh kan?
Boleh.
So nampak, this is Google. So you just download the PDF. Okay, now I download the PDF and I open the file. Okay, I share you. Now I share you the, how do I share? Okay, hold on, I share you. Saya tak pandai sangat pakai Webex sebenarnya. Okay, I share you. Another one is, okay, let me stop. The one that I just downloaded. Can you see the PDF that I shared? I download just now from Google Pattern. Can you see abstract, explain, Google? Nampak tak? They give you some chart. You have to read it. You have to read it, and all the mechanism is there. Understand? Okay. You have to read it. It gives you some example how the design is. Okay. Google Pattern, I mean, they already invented this mechanism. But we are not do copyright because it is their copyright, their intellectual property, their IP, right? If you do exactly what it is and you produce it in the market, you will get sued. Okay, the idea for us to Google pattern, search Google pattern is that we use this as a reference. Maybe it gives us some new idea. Understand? That's the point of it. Okay. All right. Let me share you back my PowerPoints now. Okay, now I'm sharing you my PowerPoint. Okay, the first just now is Google. From Google, it gives you a lot of link. Okay, the way you type the keyword. Okay, the second one is about YouTube. YouTube is another thing. You can search YouTube. From YouTube, you just type. If I share you. Hold on. If I share you back the YouTube. Okay, YouTube, you type traffic cone proper. So it will give you some video. Okay. You see some video from YouTube. Maybe through the video, you can see, for example, like this one, it gives you traffic cone pick and place machine. Biasa dia ada apply kolomnya. So this is the video. We will give you the video will give you some idea how they do it. Okay, so this is the thing, right? From YouTube also you can okay, I share you back my PowerPoint. Okay, you go for Google, YouTube, you can see the video. Okay, can you see my PowerPoint slide? Boleh nampak kelas? Kelas?
Boleh.
Okay, what I am explaining to you now is the type of information you do when you have design project lah. Okay, number 3 is personal contact. Okay, actually personal contact ni actually is to me is number 1 sebenarnya. Not Google first and not YouTube dulu. Like from Google you can search, from Google you can get Google pattern or YouTube and so on, any link. But to me, if your guy, are you listening or not? Kalau you punya project, actually kalau you are in the 4th year in system design, your project is given by industrial. You have a client, understand? Class, are you listen or not?
Yeah.
Class, biasanya project korang, kalau korang 4th year, actually first year or sometimes, your project always given by the client, industry. Our first move, when you are in system design, our first week, remember, first week, we do personal contacts. We visit the industry to visit the person in charge from that company that gives us the project. Like for example, previously, my project for my student is exotic fish feeding machine. That is an industry company in Senai. They kind like do fish treatment. Dia ternak ikan tu, you know, exotic fish. What I don't know the term, not exotic fish, like ikan gapi, small goldfish. They ternak this thing. They breed this fish, exotic fish, and they have a lot in their place. They have a lot of aquarium in rows, a lot of aquarium, and their workers, they have to feed the fish manually, kind of like tedious. This fish have to be different time. This at this some equal must be exact amount of fish food. So what they have this problem because their workers to feed the kind like process to feed the fish is kind like tedious work. They ask us to do kind like automatic machine to solve their problem, automatic fish feeding device. So the first move, personal contact. Understand, man? This is what we call. We visit the person that give us the project, our client, personal contact. Okay, through personal contact, then only the person in charge there, they will talk to us, they'll talk, then like you did before, then we prepare a design brief, then we send the design brief to the person in charge at the company, then they agree from our clear statement from the design brief, then they give a signal to proceed. Okay, I approve, I want you to proceed this project, then we started doing my map, objective 3, and this is a thing. Information. We need information, personal contact. That's what we call personal contact. The first thing is personal contact with the client that gives us the project. Also, okay, actually not only the client, any what we call stakeholders also involved. Maybe not just client, because you are doing traffic cone dropper and retriever. Personal contact, actually, the first is from the client who give you the project. The second will be any stakeholders, something people that involved in your project. For example, construction workers. For example, like maybe it could be JPJ. JPJ because your machine will be mounted on the highway, not jalan kampung, not jalan mana, on the highway. So involved like in terms of legislation, JPJ, what's the rule when you put a traffic cone? There must be a legislation or any regulation that you have to obey, because you're not can simply put the cone on the road. What type of pattern of the cone line? Is it curve? How much curve? How much what is the cone distance between cone and cone? That is the thing. Personal contact. Any stakeholder involved. Maybe any personal contact, any stakeholder can be a machine, part of system in your machine. You know, you are designing traffic cone dropper and retriever. What type of the thing that stakeholder could be anything also involved in your machine? Maybe a conveyor belt, maybe a cone picker, maybe something like a hydraulic cylinder. Something that you might think this type of component might be. This is the thing, personal contact. Anything that involved in your project. Because the more you do personal contact, the more info you will get. This is actually number 1. Not actually Google. Google is because it's based on popularity. Clear, class? Faham, class? Hello, class?
Faham.
Right. to personal contact. Okay, number two, college file. Because college file, remember, college files, I mean, yes, because you punya team members also search information. I have there, macam you have 5 of you. You are student A, your team member student B, C, D, and E. So their document you discuss with you together, college file. Discuss with them. Maybe they can share you some whatever document that they have. They share information that they have. This is you among with your team member, college file. Okay, existing design. Remember, just now when you do Google search and also YouTube, it will point you to a video. Like a Google, it gives you to a link, existing product. For example, just now existing product, it show you just now from Google, it show you this type of traffic cone dropper and it's already there. So you search, you look from there, you get a link to see the existing design. Existing design, it gives you whatever there in the industry. It will give us as a reference, as a base, as a benchmark. We look, study what existing design it is, existing design. Then we study whatever existing product there, what type of mechanism they use, what is their speed, or how many cone did they drop, what is the distance between the cone. From there, we learn something. So this is a must, existing design. Whatever existing design, you look at it. But the point, your project, you do not do exactly what it is as existing design. You make some improvement, innovation. Okay, innovation compare with the existing design. All right. Okay, analogy product. Okay, sometimes analogy product means it's not existing design. It's product like similar, quite similar, maybe under the same category. For example, like your project is traffic cone dropper and retriever. Energy is something like kind like similar. Maybe let's say you cannot find any existing design in the industry. Maybe not just existing design. My point is sometimes a product or a machine, a device is kind thing, not kind like traffic cone dropper and retriever. It's kind like the concept and the mechanism of that device could be applied to your traffic cone dropper and retriever. For example, like who knows, maybe you search one of your team members searching information about, ice cream cone. Guys, are you listening or not? Class, are you there?
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe one of your team members searching about something that trigger him or her, he study about the mechanism of the traffic cone in industry when they're doing, the ice cream cone, the biscuit, right? In how do they package in the plastic, how they make it into inline, they make it inline, apa tersusun kan the traffic cone tu in arrange in, or how do they pack it into one traffic codes, how do they assemble the traffic code into one package like that. So about the mechanism, this is what we call analogy, something like can we apply to our not just traffic code, maybe anything about maybe a plastic chair machine, that how do they disassemble, detach, attach all the plastic chair in line in arrangement, something like that, and so on. This is what we call energy product. Not exactly what we will search existing design exactly about a project, any project, something like quite similar, maybe under the same category. Okay, that is analogy product. You also can search. Okay, yellow pages. Okay, yellow pages means, yellow pages is a list of directories from the industries. Okay, directories. Yellow pages ni a list of industry. Okay, dulu we use yellow pages. Yellow pages, but I don't think nowadays. Okay, now you are dulu long time ago during my time. A lot when I want to contact industry, any company that involved in my design, I will open a yellow pages. You know yellow pages kan? Yellow pages that 3 or 4 number kan? 4 number of resident. Another second part of the yellow pages, we have a list of phone number, list of directories of the industry. Maybe your component, maybe your product involve conveyor belt. So you will search any industry that supplied or manufacture conveyor belts. So you will search, open the yellow pages, you search under conveyor belt category, and then you search their phone number. So that is yellow pages, you order 3. But now you can okay, in apa ni, let me stop sharing here. Let me share you again the share the, you boleh see my PowerPoint, my browser kan. Okay, in ni kita dulu Yellow Pages, but list directory of industry kita tak pakai Yellow Pages. Directories of industries, I just search dulu. Banyak list of industry macam ni. Another macam ni, there's a lot. Directory of industry maybe globally or maybe locally. You can type list of industries, for example, list of industry or supplier in Malaysia, directory of industries in Malaysia. You want to go for local supplier in Malaysia, you type it, so it give you a lot of list of industry. Okay, the one of thing yang famous like Compass, kalau Compass directories. Compass directory is quite famous for list of industries, Compass directories. Okay, Compass database ni is a global leading provider of innovative and digital to buyer, researchers and marketing. So this kind like Compass directory ni is a list of directories of industry and supplier. You can register Compass directory here, and you can free register. You search any type of information, it will give pointing you to the list of contact. Okay, I will not show you in detail. You can search this one, Compass list of directory. So that's what you mean by list. Because they give you a contact number, it will give you the contact number of the industry or supplier. Okay, that's we call Yellow Pages. Yellow Pages. Clear? Kalian nampak my PowerPoint? Compass directory. Faham? Class. The slide. Can you see the slide? Compass directory. Okay. Give you contact number from industry. Macam sometimes like Amazon, Shopee. No, Shopee is not industry. Shopee is all supplier, more consumer product. For example, like Alibaba. Yes, Alibaba.com is a list of industry supplier that sell. That's one way directories, right? Okay. Bila you search this thing, bila you either you through Google, through YouTube. Sometimes Google, YouTube, like for example, YouTube under description below the video also will point you to the link to the supplier or any link to the company that manufacture that product. Maybe from Google or maybe through directories like Compass. Okay, from Compass from Compass list of directory. For example, you want to find more about the component involved. For example, you want to find more about the conveyor belt. You want to make a simple conveyor belt for your machine that can really safely drop the cone onto the floor, onto the flat surface. So you want to know more about conveyor belt, what is the component. So from that industry, you have the link number. Like Compass, you supplier of this conveyor belt, and they will give the contact number, either email or their website or maybe their social media, Facebook. So you open that link, Facebook or contact number, you contact them or you WhatsApp them, they give you the phone number, you WhatsApp them and always they will reply. Okay, this client, because they will treat you as a client. Even you are a student, do not afraid. Contact industry. I encourage you guys, contact industry. They will, because you are their potential client. Because you are kind like when you do, you ask them, they will always reply because they want to sell your product. They will tak kedekut, they will give you the product catalog and brochures. The point is we want to know more, like for example about the conveyor belt. So they will give you because this company, they produce conveyor belt. So they will give you the catalog. So this idea, they will give you the catalog and brochures about the conveyor belt. Maybe not just conveyor belt, anything that you might think might involve link about your the cone arranger, the cone slot to fit the cone, anything that you might think involved. So this company, when you contact them, because the idea from Compass directory or Yellow Pages give you the contact number, so you will contact them through WhatsApp or anything, any method that you contact them, then they always will give you a PDF, a document of their catalog. When you receive the PDF, the catalog, product catalog and brochures, from there you will learn anything. You will see something, a lot of information about the technical details, specification about their product. So you know what is the component. Faham class? Right, got. Okay, lepas tu supplier, product catalog is more on product lah, traffic cone dropper, or maybe supplier stakeholders, stakeholders something like, for example lah, this one product catalog is traffic cone lah, maybe existing. This is product catalog, I mean the exact product you want to do, traffic cone dropper or traffic cone retriever, or maybe this product about traffic cone dropper. Supplier mean I'm just mentioned to you just now about stakeholders, conveyor belt, anything part that may be involved lah. The feeder, the dropper, and so on. Maybe a hydraulic cylinder, something about any you might think like a supplier or any component that might be involved when you want to make this product, your machine. Okay, supplier catalog and brochure as well. They will give you. For example, you need bearing, they will give you information. You need what type of motor to run your machine, right? So they will give you information about motor. This is what we call a supplier. The third party or stakeholders. Okay, product mean the whole product, traffic cone dropper. You can, maybe that is because existing product, right? For example, Google just now, when you search, when you type traffic cone dropper, it gives you the existing product that is there in the market. So you contact the company through Compass or whatever, then they will give you exactly their design of traffic cone. They will give you PDS, the catalog. Ini yang any stakeholders, parts that involve, you might think that might have in your project. Okay, the next one is okay guys, because you need to be aware of the current technology, guys. You need to be aware because you are a team of 5, so you must be aware what is the current technology. For example, about any, because you are engineer, right? So whatever the current news about engineering world, for example, you must aware. For example, like magazine like Popular Mechanics, engineering magazine, mechanical engineering magazine, or article magazine, especially you got to be aware what is the current technology in engineering and also science that you might think involved in your, for example, like current issue is artificial intelligence. Do you need to, then from here, you know what AI that could be implemented into your system, into your design. About engineering world, I'm not talking about everything about making engineering yang more relevant to your project. For example, traffic cone dropper and retriever is more like engineering of what we call it about material handling. What type of something like relevant to your project, any kind, maybe from the magazine. Current issue also you must know. Okay, current technology, like for example right now is AI. Itulah any new development. Magazine also something you have to be aware, have to read it. Okay. Also newspaper. Why newspaper also we need to read? Because newspaper ni pasal, okay, so kenapa I have to read newspaper? Newspaper ni about the current issue. From the newspaper, you can know about what is the market trend. Because when we do product design, the idea of us, we need to be aware because about the market trends. Sometimes when we do design, sometimes is our product really successful in the market. So sometimes we need to aware about what is the current issue nowadays. For example, nowadays is people are saying it could be World War III might be happen right now because in the conflict in Gaza, Palestine, and like that. Sometimes this also kind like even the political issue we have to be aware. Sometimes in terms of our product, could we put our product, we want to make a sales in that zone area or something like might involve. Even politics also, newspaper what the current market trend, newspaper about market trend, current issues. Sometimes we need to be aware, right? Okay, from there we know the product and market trend. When you read newspaper, any article about market, product and market trend, because the idea, what I explain to you is kind of like a detailed source of information. How you understand it? Product and market trend is that kalau if you know the market trends nowadays, it's much better when you do this project. You know what is the potential market. Your product will be successfully can be sell. Okay, will be successful in the market. So you must kind of like it's good if you know what is the product and market trends. So what should be there, what type of product really need in the market. What is our zone of demography? Where do you want to place our product? So this is the thing. What type of customer that will buy our product? So if you know this is much better. This is all source of information. Okay. Another thing yang important, engineering journals. You have to read journals. Class, are you listening or not? Class.
Yes.
You there? Sorry, Clara, this online memang I gave to you for this lecture. Engineering journals is important. Engineering journal, okay, let me share you again my Firefox. Okay, if you look, kalau Google pattern is about invention just now kan, another Google to read journal apa? Apa dia guys? You want to read engineering journals. You want to read article by researcher. What Google will you type? Google?
Scholar.
Google. Yes, good. Google Scholar. You need to be aware, guys. Some of you might, this is the first time, but just now I show you Google pattern. And Google pattern about any invention, you can download the PDF, look at their invention. Google Scholar about article done, journal done by researcher, academician, and so on. Even from industry, research, organization, and so on. Google Scholar, guys, ini Google, we have Google Scholar. Okay, Google Scholar. So I will type here Google Scholar. Google Scholar is like a main center search engine. It will point you to Springer, to Elsevier, to Science Direct. For example, like Google Scholar, you want to read article about traffic. No, just type it traffic cone dropper. Is there any article journal written by researcher or that? They will type like this. Remember what as I told you, you put exactly keyword, you have to put double quotation before. Is there any traffic cone dropper? No. If without like that, traffic cone dropper and retriever. Is there any article? Sometimes, okay, if this is not the case, sometimes they are kind of like mixed mode. Maybe you can find it from Google Scholar. Maybe you want, okay, not much about traffic cone dropper and also retriever. That's cannot be. Even traffic cone dropper, not, they're kind of like a mixed mode. If you put double quotation, exact statement is kind of like nothing in the journal. So, but something kind that maybe from the title itself, it could help you, like equipment traffic on a traffic cone machine, for example. Maybe you can type traffic cone machine. There will be a journal on that. Research and design of road cone vehicle of traffic incident disposal. Maybe here something that could help you. Design of stable traffic cone. This one focus on design of the stable traffic cone. First, you click here. I open that journal, so it will give you to the pointing to the, hold on. It will pointing to the journal directories, for example. This one advanced, okay, this space, sometimes lama sikit dia dah buka. It will give you to the journal, you will read the article or journal. For example, code collecting, for example, this one, this is journal. Okay, this is new one. Okay, if I click at this, okay, this is journal, guys. Ini bukan Google pattern. Dia akan buka the link, the proceeding. Sometimes it takes time, guys. I have to wait. So when you read it, yang tadi tu tak buka lagi. Apa ni? Nampak tak kelas? Kelas, are you watching? Cone collecting and laying C2L machine. Are you watching or not? Kelas, can you hear me?
Yes.
Are you watching my Firefox ni? Boleh buy abstract kan? Okay.
Boleh.
How to download PDF, nampak tak? Baca lah. So this is the thing lah. Kalau you rajin, because you are team of 5, baca. Abstract, introduction, have to read it. Nampak? Can you see? Kelas, this is journal kan? Nampak tak? This is journal. Ni bukan pattern. Google pattern invention. Even a new by TS daughter, I think is a researcher or academician. So read it, introduction, C2C, read it, gives you some figure, read it. Banyak membaca, banyak ilmu pengetahuan. Okay, baca a lot of valuable information. Faham? Kelas? Hello, kelas. Ini baru journal. Banyak tadi saya dah explain kan. Okay, itu contoh. Apa tadi journal Google apa? Google Scholar. Understand?
Yes.
Okay, let me share you balik the PowerPoint. Okay, apa saya tadi? Google. Okay, I'm now in. Okay, journals. Good. Sorry. Right. Okay, I'm sharing you back the, let me share you mana tadi. I'm sharing you now the PowerPoint. PowerPoint boleh nampak kelas?
Boleh.
Tadi mana saya sampai mana? Ini semua saya type you, bukan source of information. Where pasal you don't know apa source of information. Journal, okay, I'm hunting journal. The next one, you attend seminar. Okay, journal ni whatever researcher, lecturer, academician, they all produce journal. You know, journal kan macam saya pun as a lecturer, I have to every year I have to write down journal. Macam law lecturer dia buat journal. Journal ni bila dia write journal about any article, macam yang you cari journal yang relevant to your project lah. Macam I'm writing article about traffic cone. Bila I'm writing journal, okay, macam now I just finish my journal. I just writing my journal. I need to submit to the directories, like for example, like Springer and so on, Science Direct, okay. But tapi for them, the directories, directory of journal yang accept my journal, they have to approve it. It take years, sometimes 2-3 years. Understand that, class? To people to review, and then only they publish the journal in their directories. Faham tak? It means it take sometimes 2 years. It's not up to date. Faham tak, class? Are you listening?
Yes.
Seminar, okay, proceeding, congress, seminar, exhibition. You can sometimes we have seminar on the researcher, they present dia punya paper. Macam kalau journal, saya buat paper, I submit to the directory apa-apa. It take times 2-3 years baru they publish my journal. Not up to date lah. Tetapi when you attend seminar, the researcher are there. They go there in the seminar to present. Pasal student, mostly kebanyakan PhD candidates. PhD candidate, what they have to produce paper. It means their paper, they already just write their paper. Their research, what they're doing in their PhD. They attend the seminar, they present. If that is the most up-to-date journal. Faham tak? The most up-to-date, the most current development, the most, the most, any topic, the most up-to-date. Because researcher, they do research, maybe part of what of your project is. And something about traffic cone, maybe something about the road surface road condition when during construction workers doing, maybe something relevant. So when you attend seminar, the different seminar compared to engineering, you search from the internet, and the seminar is the most up-to-date. The researcher, they present their papers there. Most up-to-date development, anything article they are writing on. That is the most up-to-date, much better lah. And also in the seminar, sometimes when they have a major seminar there, or exhibition, there is an industrial people will participate in that exhibition or seminar. There will be some kind like expo. From there, you can contact a lot of suppliers, anything that stakeholders, third party that may be relevant to your design. Understand? Okay, that's about congress and seminar. Okay, the next one is about standard. Okay, actually, what is standard? Standard is DIY, CIRIM kan, US standard, UK standard, or apa international ISO. Because you have to design, you have to search. For you, this is important. You have to search for a standard. Make sure that why we need to see standard, because standard is something about quality and safety, about in terms of the quality of our design. We don't want our design to be kind like not following the standard. We're not aware about the standard, because when we design, our design is not according to the standard. So when our design is not reliable, when people use our design, it will harm the user. It kind like not safety, and also not in terms of quality. It will fail. Sometimes during short time, it cannot perform. But you want your design, you want your traffic cone dropper and retriever, you want it to be following the standard, to make sure that, okay, you want it to be, this machine can run for at least 5 years before maintenance. So you mean all the part component of your machine must obey the standard. So how do we see the standard? How do you want to know about the standard of a design? We need to search the standard that relevant. For example, like maybe not about exactly the whole thing, traffic cone dropper and retriever, maybe about standard about the conveyor belt, anything part that involves about the cone feeder. You can search that from the standard, or maybe there might be a standard, because standard organization like ISO, Malaysian standard, Malaysian is CIRIM, they have a kind of a body that they have a guideline. For example, when you want to handle traffic cone, they kind have a standard procedure that you should follow. They give you a guideline in terms of quality and also safety. When you do machine like cone handling device, traffic cone handling, that kind like something about a standard procedure that you should follow. No, you just not simply design it based on your need. Kind like sometimes you have, that is a standard you need to obey in term, because if you already standard, it will maintain the traffic cone too will not be broken, and also how the also about the safety when you handling traffic cone, how the machine in terms of safety make sure that it will not harm the operator. If your machine is kind of like, because if you are not following standard, you don't have the guidelines. They will give you the guideline. So you simply, when you design in terms of functioning, your machine is memang could perform, but in terms of safety, you are not following the safety because your machine during operation, there is a lot of moving part, something kind like dangerous to the operator when they handle your machine. So this thing, where is it? Search the standard. So where is the standard actually, guys? Macam mana we search standard? Kalau internet, from the I share you again. Okay, I'll share you again the mana tadi? Firefall. Okay, for the apa tu standard, kita ada ISO UK, kita Malaysian kan. Malaysian standard actually Malaysian standard. Malaysian standard. Ni department JSM lah. Dulu nama SIRIM ya. Kelas. Are you watching or not? My browser. Kelas.
Yes.
Ini. This one. Malaysian standard. Because why kita in Malaysia, we want our device to be placed on the highway lah, on the highway construction worker handling the cone in Malaysia lah, because different country maybe different practice of dia punya, maybe like US, European country, their road condition kind like different, their standard legislation kind different, dia punya road regulation kind little bit different than Malaysia. So we are focusing on local products, so we search for Malaysian standard. So standard ni actually sebenarnya standard, guys, just to mention to you, is not free sebenarnya. Standard ni, that's our SIRIM. Actually SIRIM, Department of Standard, because they provide you, because they are group of research, they have organization, they compile all these procedure, so that's how they make money lah. It's kind of like not free. Sometimes it's free, sometimes you have to purchase it. But if you could get one standard that relevant to your design, for example, you need to register here, you have to free registration. I don't think so. I have here registration. It will give you, when you type anything about traffic cone, it will give you in terms of, they will give you a link, how you can see the ISO number, they give you the link about anything information that you search on that is relevant. Okay. This is Malaysian standard. You can go also for ISO lah, Malaysian standard. Alright, pasal you product involved in road condition. Okay, another thing to mention to you, since I cakap standard ni actually it's not free, but you are UTM student, because UTM already purchased, have a link with SIRIM, Malaysian standard, have already purchased some standard. It means you can download standard from, you can go to perpustakaan, library, you know, Perpustakaan Sultan Azanaria kan. I'm not sure about Zahri Sofia, maybe they have it. Our main library in UTM, you go there, you go to the receptionist at the ground floor of the library. Guys, are you listening or not? Class, are you there?
Yes.
Yes.
Cerita pasal standard ni, you pergi dekat apa tu, library, because it's pasal apa standard yang apply to you punya, macam in your project, you are traffic cone dropper, what type of standard that we are searching for? Some of you don't have idea what type of standard do I need to search. Okay, standard is about safety and quality. You cannot find exactly traffic cone dropper and read. It may be part of it, or traffic cone handler. It will give you, for example, traffic cone handler. You go to the library, Perpustakaan Sunazaria, to the main library, you go to the ground floor, because UTM already purchased, have link with CIRIM, Malaysian standard. You go there, you check out, can you give me how to find standard? So the receptionist, the person in charge in the library, he will bring you to the corner there. They give you, long time ago, saya dah lama tak pergi, long time ago, they give a CD-ROM, you know CD. Class, are you listening to that? CD, dalam bentuk CD. Compare this. Class, are you listening?
Yes.
They give you
Yes.
CD, CD tu you bring to them, you masuk that CD to the CD driver tu lah, in the monitor, then user they give you, because in CD tu they have a lot of standard. So you search traffic cone handler, so it will give you a document on that, because the standard, it can show you about the how about safety and quality. It gives you a guideline, how make sure that when you handling cone, the material of this cannot, because traffic cone, what type of material what type handler, it give you guideline to properly handling the traffic cone. For example, like that. For example, like when you involve any machine that, because of course your machine is kind like you have a metal part, a platform that will be laying on the surface of the road. So will it damage the road? Sometimes we don't want. When, for example, your machine will be pulled by the truck, right? And you mounted it at the rear of the truck. When the truck is moving, your machine too will be avoid. You cannot touch the road, because when it's scratching the road while the truck is moving, your platform, your metal part of your machine, it will damage the roads. So you will search information about this. Any device yang on the road, on the this type of information. You understand what I'm talking about? It will give you. You search standard, anything that relevant. You search about any metal device on the road construction. What type of, they give you guideline. The metal should not be what type of material. The clearance on the road surface, and when you when clearance, the gap. It cannot, because if your metal is scratching the road, it will damage the road and also damage your machine. So something, they give a guideline. What is the clearance, the space, the size? Understand? It gives you the guideline. Clear tak, class? That is standard. I cannot show you an example because specific standard, specific thing. Faham? It's about quality and safety. Quality also and also safety. Clear? Faham tak, class? Are you
Clear.
listening? That is standard. Okay, another one is legislation. Legislation ni apa? Standard, quality and safety. Legislation is regulation, undang-undang. Standard is standard practice, bukan undang-undang. Standard is about procedure or guideline we can read from it to make sure and design in terms of. Standard is about safety and quality of product. You don't want our product to be damaged, because in standard tu you did mention ada clearance on the surface road, because it will damage you punya you punya system, right? You punya machine. Kalau you keep scratching on the road surface, it also damage the road. But legislation is about regulation. Regulation we need sometime because our machine, of course, our design memang kita buat mini kan, kita simulate the existing, could be applied. Kalau you buat a full size, will be mounted on the road surface. Our legislation is undang-undang that we need to obey. You need to search what the badan, the organization, that the surrounding condition, that what our machine to be placed on. We are placed on the highway, on the road surface. So who control the road surface? Who control any regulation about the road? Is JPJ, for example, Jabatan Pengurusan Jalan Raya, or Jabatan JKR, Jabatan Kerja Raya, or maybe JPJ. You have to search from JPJ, any kind of machine attached device, any construction workers punya machine, they you look at their sign, legislation can be from JPJ, JKR. This is organization that control the regulation. They are not about standard. Standard tu from CIRIM lah, yang just now Malaysian standard. But this is a regulation yang they provide undang-undang. You have to obey. Kalau if you want to design any attachment to the rear of the truck, they will give you regulation you must have kind like a warning symbol when it's construction. You must have a beeping light to show that this thing is in progress. The cone that you will drop is, this is a thing. The cone dropper, when the cone, traffic cone, distance between cone, they give you this kind like legislation. Also standard, also sometimes they will point you about the cone, distance between cone. That's the thing. Legislation about what is the width of your machine should be not wider than the truck. Understand? For example, your machine will be attached at the end of the truck, but your machine, the width is wider than the truck. You are kind like harming you are not obeying the rule from the road, because the JPJ already said the width or highway, the width of the road, berapa dia punya width. They have give you some rules to obey. The width should be not more than this. Understand? Clear tak kelas? It's more on regulation. Clear? You can find it internet in PDF. Macam dulu, I give student, class, are you listening or not? Okay, macam dulu my student I give yang tadi fish feeding device kan, automatic fish feeding device. My student they search from the legislation because they search from internet. I ask them, fine, siapa dapat cari, I give bonus point about legislation. So they make an effort to search as much as possible about legislation about fish, aquatic fish, exotic fish handling device. Then they found it internet from this fish society lah. Not fish society, organization about treatment about exotic fish. They find it about marine, from marine biology, something like that. About this fish department to treat, they give you a legislation how to treat a fish, this exotic fish like guppy fish, small goldfish, and so on. So from that legislation, when we look at it in that legislation in PDF, the student already download it, they share it among the class. So I give him bonus point because he quickly searched the information. So in that PDF legislation, it gives a lot of valuable information. How to treat the fish, how much quantity of food, nampak tak? To treat the exotic fish, how much food in kilogram should be feed daily, how many kilogram. Also in that legislation, it shows us about how to treat the temperature of the aquarium. The tahap kebisingan, the noisiness also important, because fish if too noisy, it will have in terms of kind like affecting the fish health or something. The fish is not in good quality, something, because they are treating the fish and there's a thing, because a lot of legislation. There's something for you like traffic control, something relevant that I mentioned like JPJ, JKR, something like relevant. Faham PDF. Clear? Right. Okay, the next one. Pattern saya dah sebut tadi kan, kelas. Are you watching my slide or not? Can you see the one I show? Pattern, kan? You see pattern, kan? The one I click patterns, kan? This one right now, kan? Can you see? Pattern, I already explained, Google pattern, that is important. Facebook and Twitter, kenapa? Why do you need to go to Facebook and Twitter? Sekarang ni apa? TikTok TikTok pun ada, Instagram pun ada. Kenapa? Why is social media important? Also, you need to do it. Kenapa? Class, are you listening?
Yes.
Kenapa Facebook and Twitter? Why? Okay, why social media important? Because the current trend is social media, right? Social media means, okay, when you do design project, you want to design a product. The product may be not in the market, or maybe existing in the market, or maybe you want to make a better version, right? Okay, a lot, because if you do not expose yourself, you don't, because the idea of Facebook, Twitter, Instagram is about feedback. Understand me? It's about feedback. The point, the main thing, the main point is about feedback. We need feedback from the people outside there. We need feedback from the people outside there, because without feedback, we don't know what is the public punya acceptance to our product. Understand tak? Okay, like Facebook, Twitter. Macam for example, when I want to design banyak case, because like I already did mention you in class, banyak design company, they design something product is not successfully in the market. For example, I did mention to you in class, one example is like a machine that kind like folding baju. I did mention in class again, machine folding baju. Okay, this type of design, this design company, they they use Facebook and Twitter at the end after they have made their product. I mean, after prototype, they want to sell it in the market. Then only they go for Facebook, Twitter, and social media to promote, to campaigning about to sell their product, to promote their product. You know why? Through social media like Facebook, they post their product, their design, like for example, machine like auto folded, put one by one. You know, the product when they want to sell the product at the end only after they spend money, invest from the investor, and they want to sell, they make amount of their machine, and now they want to make a sales. So then at the end only they want to use social media to promote, about to advertise their product. You know what? The reaction from the public negative, because why for me to buy this machine? I can just use my single hand by 5 seconds to fold my pants, to fold my kain, to fold my baju. Why do I need to buy this 1,000 ringgit machine? Nampak tak? The feedback negative. So this company cannot make it. Nampak tak? Because at the end only they make use of social media after they have invest a lot of money making prototype, and then they make a mass production industry, manufacturing, lot of many millions of company, then only they want to sell the product, then only they use social media. So that is a bad move. Understand that, class? Faham tak? The reaction from the public is negative. So they cannot sell their product. Their product tak worth it. Banyak product fail, guys. So because why? We are in early stage of our design, kan? Because I want you to search information. I want you to do, one of your team member focus on social media. You type something because traffic cone. Okay, you need, okay, you go to Facebook, Twitter, you register. Okay, pasal Facebook, Twitter kan dia ada society kan. You register any community. What type of community kita research? Kita join. Kau semua tidur ke apa? Faham apa dia cakap? Are you listening or not? I'm asking you. I said this, important kan, you go to Facebook, you go to Twitter, you have Facebook or Twitter account, right? You kan sometimes you join community masak memasak, you join community this. Okay, for our case kita join community apa for our project? Class.
Yes.
For Facebook and Twitter. The rest of you, seorang saja yang bersuara saya tengok. Yang lain ni macam mana ni? I'm asking you. Why Facebook, Twitter? Kita, because the point is feedback. Apa? Okay, feedback kita, okay. Because kita, Facebook, kita kena, when you do Facebook, you want to post something, you mesti ada viewers kan? Betul tak, kelas? Tak ada viewers, tak guna lah. Because your Facebook, Twitter, you have some few friends. Only you and your friend know your post kan? Betul tak, kelas? Are you listening or not? Kelas,
Yes.
there. Betul tak?
No.
Kita want to make a lot of people know kita apa? In Facebook, Twitter. How do we do it? When we post something, people can see apa? We need to join the group. Betul tak kan, kelas? Betul tak?
Betul.
Join the group. Okay, what group? Awak nak design traffic cone apa? Group apa? Group bikers, group motoris, group apa? Or public?
Public.
Okay, you nak design untuk public ke untuk construction workers?
Construction worker.
Construction worker kan? Who gonna use kan? Construction worker kan? Kalau you join, kalau just public, you post something, public, they tak involved in that arena, betul lah? The one that you did. They just watching pass by, people, construction workers, put the code. You kena join the, apa? What type of group? Not public, apa dia? Construction workers. Ada tak group construction workers? Ada kan? Because they are handling. Betul tak, kelas? Kelas? Go join this thing. You just join the, ada je. Yelah, construction worker, they are handling traffic cone kan. Ada group community or society, just join the group. Bila you join the group, make sure the group have a lot of members. Janganlah members dia buat post siput. Tak ada lah members buat 1,000, 20,000, the whole world. Okay, I'm talking about globally. Construction workers, something lah yang involved with the thing you are going to design. Any community yang involved with the thing that you are designing. You join there, make sure you have a lot of members in that group, you join it, then you post it and you ask, okay, you would ask, you need feedback. I want to design this thing that will drop, because you are not exposing what, you are kind like, need feedback. The point is feedback. You asking, what do you think if I make this automatically will reduce manual job of this? Then there were people will, oh, that's a good idea, but sometimes people they ask discussion, and this community they will discuss. People like to argue, comment. Most of the comment is positive, and you can get something idea with. Sometimes before you design it, maybe some of the commenters, people they say, what for we need to design? I can put doing my hand easily. But some people, if you do it automatically, it's much easier again, because the way sometimes the traffic cone is hard to retrieve back. And if you have this thing, they give you some points, something that beyond your beyond you punya awareness, something that you tak sangka you something that is a new information that you can like through their comments, their feedback. Clear tak? Faham kelas?
Faham.
That's a point lah. Questionnaire lah. Kat questionnaire you ask, maybe you post, give them a questionnaire. They give you feedback. Faham? Okay, kelas. Tak apalah. I think I stop ni dah banyak sangat. Ini source of information. Boleh tak? Kelas, faham tak nak check information?
Faham.
It's a thing. Jadi, you cari information. Jadi, you are group of 5. I give you sources of information. You scatter lah. You group leader play a role. You make sure you search this part. You jangan search benda yang sama, guys. Search differently. Some of you focus on standard. Maybe one of you focus on legislation. Maybe all of you focus on pattern. Pattern a must. All of you search different pattern. No, not search the same Google pattern. Pattern invention. Some of you focus on maybe article, journal. Maybe all of you can different journal that are quite relevant. Okay, all of you focus on existing product, existing design, analogy product. Okay, and get personal contact. If you contact industries, search industry, contact the person in charge. Anything involved, not just traffic cone handler machine punya industry. Maybe stakeholders, maybe about conveyors, maybe about bearing, maybe about cone feeder, something. Maybe some of you look on any similar machine that quite similar to this thing. Okay, it means each one of you have specialties of information searching, different area. When you then, after all of you have done search this information, then you come back together as a group. Then you discuss among you, and you compile, you collect all the information finding by you and your team member. Then rearrange, compile it, extract it, and then you take any important points by you and your group member information search. Maybe you print out document, share the document, extract that information. Then after that, you will do the, okay, before this, if you look before this, you punya knowledge is low. Then after you do information search, your knowledge level is high. Then you read it later, then you will do a PDS. So you will do a PDS. PDS later on the next class. Okay, we don't have class of Hari Raya class kan? Faham? Okay, so that's what you want to do during this online. Boleh class? So
Boleh.
You compile search information, and by next week, next week Monday we have online kan? Betul tak? Class?
Ada.
Next week I want online class. Monday, next week on Monday kan? Yeah, we have class online. I want you to focus on product design specification. Tapi product design specification cannot be done kalau you don't have information, have not conducted. Benda ni lah. Ini kena buat ni. Faham tak kelas ni? Ini mesti done. Bukan semua, I show you the sources. You have a lot of information collected. Boleh tak? Faham tak?
Faham.
You and your team member. Group leader play the role. Make sure you delegate job to your team member. You search this part, you search this part, you search. You register Facebook, Twitter. You point the community, you do comment, join any community. We need feedback. You delegate job lah. Separate different team member, different things. Understand? So you must do this information session. Nanti on the next class, then we can focus on making a product design specification. Product design specification, information search, you already compile all the information already collected by you or your team member, and you will do a PDS. So I will not explain to you PDS right now because it takes time. I will see you in the next class. Okay, class? So make sure next meeting will be Monday next week, and make sure you already did information search any finding, then only you can make a PDS. You cannot do PDS if you have shallow knowledge. You have not done any information, background research, that call you information search. You and your team member, nothing you have done, you cannot produce a PDS. Your PDS will be shallow. PDS is the extracted information from the knowledge information finding that you have already done, that I have explained to you this source of information. Faham? Faham kelas? I repeat again. Buat ni dulu. Baru boleh buat PDS. Clear?
Clear.
Alright, good. Okay, class, I go for attendance. Okay, selamat menyambut Hari Raya. Maaf zahir dan batin. Kalau ada apa-apa silap, maaf zahir dan batin. Selamat Hari Raya semua. Hold on jap.
Selamat Hari Raya.
Okay, selamat Hari Raya. Hold on sekejap. Line slow. Sekejap. Okay, scan your attendance. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Doktor.
Okay, welcome.
Doktor.
Welcome.